Good afternoon to you. This is just a small after installation video that I made of how to install the bull bar on the Toyota FJ. I noticed looking to try to figure out how to do this, there's zero videos on telling you how to install the bull bar on an FJ. There's videos on how to replace the bumper, but none on the bull bar itself, which is what I have here. A simple little bull bar. And the directions that they give you when buying this are about as useless as tits are on the bull. So I'm just doing this a little video just to give you an idea. I'm an old man. It took me 1 hour and 45 minutes to do it, which is probably an hour longer than it should have. But I had to get up and down and get tools and cut out stuff to make it work. These were the tools that I used. I had to use a Sawzall. I had used the impact driver to get the, I don't want to say splash guard, the skid plate off. I didn't use it to put back on. Those two pieces there is the pieces I actually had to cut out to make the bull bar fit properly. And I use several sockets and several wrenches. I use a 3/8 drive socket with, I believe it was a 12 millimeter socket to get the skid plate off. I had an extension just in case I needed it. These other tools were needed to put the bull bar bolts on, which was a 16 millimeter, 5/8, and a 17 millimeter. I had a 5/8 open-ended wrench and a 17 millimeter wrench. Just going to take you down here to have you look at this a little bit. Sorry for the bouncing around. The part that you're looking at right now was the part that I had to cut out of the skid plate so that these brackets would fit properly, because it just does not line up. It's made for a vehicle that does not have a skid plate. There's no way of doing it. And you can see that they use these big bolts, and there are bolts. Let's see if you can see up inside. Yep, there are the bolts that attach it to the frame, which are really right there. It's pretty good. If it wasn't for this skid plate, I probably would have saved an hour just in that. So everything else was pretty forward, so I can't complain about it. But I just wanted to tell you what you had to do it. It was pretty. It was not really that hard, with the exception of, having to cut the skid plate. As you can see, I cut both sides, the pieces that you saw, to make it fit properly. I tried to do it without dropping the skid plate, and it was not working. And then I saw that the skid plate was in the way, so I tried lowering it a lot, taking out the 4 front 12 millimeter bolts and loosening the back 2, because there are a total of 6. I just realized my video is upside down. Haha, I'm hoping I didn't confuse you guys too much. And I use a hydraulic jack to hold the skid plate, because the skid plate is not real heavy, but when you're an old man and you're doing everything, and I'm above 60, it was a little bit of a challenge, but it worked out okay. And I ended up having to remove the skid plate, and putting it back was probably the hardest of everything I did. Getting the holes to line up, because the left side has a 2-inch solid spacer, which is the passenger side, for the back skid plate, which has to line up and then line up with the hole, which is 2 inches further in. And on the other side, there isn't a 2-inch. It just bolts up to the hole there. Let's see if you can see the stuff from the top here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to see about turning the light on. Yep. Nope. Can't really see it that well. But I think you can see the other side better. Way down there, those two shiny things on the frame are the, I guess the 6-inch or 8-inch bolts that they give you when you buy this bull guard. The bull guard is a nice quality bull guard. I bought the stainless steel one, and I bought it off of Amazon, and it was only $150 with free shipping. I priced them out in a lot of places, and I even went to the manufacturer that made this bull guard, and they were, I think, $75 or $100 more than Amazon. That I don't understand why. But I bought it off of Amazon. I'm not a big Amazon person. I don't like their politics. That other part down there, as you can see, the shiny part is the grill, but the part way back there is part of the bar that lines up. It looks colored, but it's the color of my floor. But I'm going to review this video. It's kind of choppy and bouncy, but you definitely have to remove the skid plate to install it. That will save you a lot of aggravation. I'm sorry if the video is of really poor quality. I'm not very good at doing instructional videos, and I know I couldn't do one when I was doing this because I used a lot of colorful metaphors, because I had to get up and down like 100 times. But anyway, that is the bull guard being installed. Let me take you, show you the box so you can see who the manufacturer was. That is the manufacturer, and that is their phone number. Like I said, the quality of the bull guard and the accessories they gave you to install it were not bad. The instructions on how to install it, useless. And like I said, there are 0 instructions on YouTube on how to put this bull guard on a Toyota FJ. There's lots of videos putting them on Tundras, Tacomas, Forerunners, but 0 on FJs. Everything I saw for FJs was replacing the bumper. Anyway, I'm hoping this answers a few questions for you people. Because like I said, I called around and some places wouldn't help me. Like the places that sold bull guards. They said, we want to install it, so you bring it in and we'll install it. But they wouldn't tell me how to do it. I'm not saying who they are. And my regular repair shop wouldn't do it because they don't like playing with aftermarket stuff and having to modify vehicles to make things work. So I did it myself. It also came pre-drilled for lights, which will go on again in some point in the future. I just got to wipe down. They got tons of fingerprints on it. Anyway, I'm going to review this video and see if it looks really crappy or not. I'm hoping it helps you guys. And if it did, just tell me, leave a thumbs up, something like that. Have a good day, guys. Thanks.